Do you avoid protein powder because it makes you too bulky and you don't want to get jacked and ripped? Well, that's what I want to talk to you guys about today. So I've had a lot of people ask me lately about, I don't want to drink protein powder because I don't want to get big and bulky. And this is especially for women. They get scared because they think they're going to be able to put on a lot of muscle if they drink the protein powder. And unfortunately, that's not true. I wish it was true because I would like to get big and bulky. At the end of the day, nothing I dream of more is being able to get huge. And I want to share with you guys a story about that actually. It's really funny. So when I first started training with weights, I had a friend, his name was Adrian. And Adrian used to be like this small, skinny guy who was one of my best mates in primary school. Like, he wasn't super skinny, but he didn't have any muscle mass, anything like that. He was just an average guy. Then he started training with weights and started playing football and started eating right. And he got really, really big. Like, over the years, he was just getting really big. And I used to look for him for all the health and fitness advice. Like, I was like, oh man, I want to be like you. I started training with weights. I used to see him in the gym. And then he told me, he's like, oh Tyson, one thing you need to make sure you're doing is to get protein powder, because that'll make you big and jacked. And he's telling me how he put on all this muscle just from protein powder. And I was like, oh really? Alright, sweet, sweet. So I went and bought some supplements. I went to the supplement store. The supplement guy, sold me on all these things. This is what you need mass gainer, you need to get this and this. And I was like, oh yeah, cool, yeah. So I went and bought mass gainer, I bought a post-workout shake, I bought protein powder. I bought everything because I was sold by this guy and I was like, yeah, alright, let's put on some muscle. And so I started taking this protein powder every single night. I didn't worry about my diet at all, I just focused on eating the protein powder. And then what actually happened was, 3 months later, nothing happened. Absolutely nothing. I didn't really gain much any muscle. I didn't notice the change in my body, and I was like getting frustrated. I was like, 3 months. And then Adrian's like, no, it takes 3 months isn't long enough. And I was like, okay, all right. And I was a kid, so 3 months is a long time. And then another 3 months went by, and I was still spending a lot of money on supplements, especially protein powder. But I just wasn't noticing any changes, and that was a big struggle for my first couple of years. And I was like, why am I not getting big and bulky? And Adrian's like, maybe you're not taking the right thing, and I was just so confused and I was so frustrated. And then I found out, after doing my own research, is that protein powder is not going to be what makes you bulky. Protein powder is what's not going to make you lean and ripped. Protein powder is a supplement that is there to help you with your nutritional goals and to help you get somewhere, but it does not make you gain a whole bunch of instant muscle. Now, protein is essential for the body, right? But we don't just get protein from protein powder. Protein is made up in a lot of foods. So when you think of meat, that's all different types of proteins, right? When you think of eggs, when you think of fish, when you think of dairy, all those things are made up of protein. Broccoli, it's got small bits of protein in it. Vegetables have got small bits of protein in them. Nuts have got protein in them. All these foods have got protein in them. And whether the protein comes from whole food or whether the protein comes from protein powder, it's still the same thing at the end of the day, because what happens is protein is broken down into things called amino acids. And then I don't want to go too deep into this, but amino acids are then used as building blocks for certain things in the body, including muscle. But just because you're having protein doesn't mean all of a sudden it's going to fuel the muscle growth. Because what you need to be is not just consuming protein, but you also need to be consuming more calories during the day. And that's where I was making the mistake. I thought that I was just because I was consuming protein, I was going to be getting bigger. But what I didn't realize is that I wasn't eating enough food during the day in order to help me get bigger. So you can be someone who's drinking a protein shake every single day and not seeing any changes because you're not consuming the right amount of food. So protein supplements are there to supplement your diet, and they're not going to get you huge and jacked, and they're not going to get you lean and ripped. All you need to focus on first is how much food you're consuming during the day. And the thing is, when it comes to protein powder, it can be used for both your goals. So if you want to lose weight, protein powder is a good way to go in the morning to have it to get a good source of protein. If you want to gain muscle, then protein in addition to everything else you're eating is going to be really helpful. So the first thing you guys want to focus on is, instead of getting scared about the protein supplement, because at the end of the day, whether you get protein from chicken or protein from protein powder, it's the exact same protein. It's about how much you're eating. So if you want to lose fat and you want to look good, using protein powder isn't going to make you put on a whole bunch of jacked muscle. So think about that the next time you guys want to do it. What I recommend though is making sure first of all that you don't just go and use a supplement. Go and look at what you're consuming during the day and are you getting enough protein? Because a lot of people think they need more protein than we actually do. All you need to do is get your body in kilograms and times it by 2. So 70 kilos for me times 2 is 140 grams of protein. And that's how much I need during the day. So if I want to get 140 grams of protein during the day, if I eat 3 meals a day with 40 grams of protein, that's about 120, and that's not too bad. Like, that's going to be enough. So you need to think about, where are you going to get that protein from now? You can get it from meat, you can get it from a protein supplement, you can get it from dairy, you can get it from eggs. You've got a whole bunch of range where you can get this protein. So then you're going to realize, okay, so if I'm not getting enough food, I'm not going to be getting bigger. Or if I'm eating too much food, then I need to be reducing the amount, and I can use, so what the best thing about the whey protein supplements is that they're lowering calories. So if you want to reduce the amount of calories you're eating so you can lose weight, then having a supplement, it's not going to make you big and bulky. It's actually going to help because it's got a lot less calories than what you would usually have in something, and that way it's going to help with the weight loss. So guys, I hope that video makes sense. Whey protein powder, all those things are not going to get you jacked and ripped. What you need to focus on first is how much you're consuming during the day, what your goals are, and then is that supplement going to be able to help. Focus on getting it from real foods first and then go from there. And if you guys want to know the top 10 foods I always recommend and they're going to be high in protein, make sure to click the link below and you'll be able to pick up your free top 10 food guide. Till next time, speak to you guys then.